So statistics released by INEC has revealed quite a number of facts. According to the statistics, 12.2 million voters were registered in the just concluded continuous voter registration exercise, in addition to the already existing 84 million voters registered, bringing the Northwest to top of the table in terms of regions with the highest number of voters. This was followed by the Southwest in second position. South-South came third, while the North Central is in fourth place and Southeast is in fifth position. The statistics also showed that 71% of the newly registered voters are youth, while more women than men registered in the latest CVR. What would these facts mean in relation to the coming general election in 2023? I am Blessing Aichi. You're watching Report on ITV.
What took my fancy is the number of youth that are registered. That is the major achievement. And as at this moment, I'm so proud to be a Nigerian youth. I'm proud that we are gradually waking up from our slumber. It shows that the advocacy some of us have done over the years is beginning to, they are going to see the fruit manifesting. Majorly, I can say that the INEC'S revolution have brought about this new youth who troop out to go and register. So the registration of the 71% of new registered youth is a big plus. It shows that there is hope for Nigeria. It shows that the youth are beginning to take the bull by the horn. It shows that we don't just talk on our social media platform being a keypad warriors and we don't demonstrate our actions. What surprised me was the West. No, I wasn't expecting the West to come out second, but they have done that. It showed that the political leaders and the consciousness and the awareness there was very massive and high, and that may also translate to there is a major political figure who is also contesting from that region. That must as well also trigger the number we have seen from the Southwest. But the South, yes, we are from. I'm glad that we are told, yes, that looking at the statistics across, so we have responded, and this will automatically translate into the upcoming election that's coming in 2023.
Well, with the demography you saw, INEC reeled out on their portal with the North East coming out top, and the Northwest, the South-West coming out second, the South third, and the North Central fourth, and the Southeast fifth. Well, as it used to be, a much more traditional voter or a politician would say that voting is going to be as it used to be. But I dare to say that the times have changed very quickly, and that in itself can be seen from the demographic of the INEC registration, wherein you have a very high turnout of people willingly coming out to register for their PVCs this time around. And even as at when they stopped the exercise, there was still a crowd of persons who could not even, but they were very eager to. I have not seen in Nigeria in recent time where people wanted to do something of their own accord in such a manner. Usually we are used to things like this being pegged on a reason. For example, you needed it for bank transaction, you need to travel, you need for that. That's the reason Nigerians, because patriotism is something that comes by a reason of putting into stock what the country has done for you, and you begin to show that feeling of doing something in return. But this time around, Nigerians became patriotic for no standing reason other than the fact that they are seeing hope in sight for them. They are seeing that they could, with their PVC, change the way situations used to be. And what has encouraged them even at this time is the Electoral Act, as it were. This has been a missing ingredient in the Nigerian political system. With Electoral Act and votes being transmitted from the polling units to the INEC server, I dare to say that rigging elections is going to be very difficult this time around. I'm not ruling it out, but I'm saying it's going to be so difficult that because Nigerians know for the first time that their vote will count, and they're actually tired of this present time that we live in. The economic situation we find ourselves is terrible. Nigerians have come out in their numbers. So whether the Northwest is leading in terms of the population of persons that have come out to vote, whether it's the South side that is leading or it doesn't matter in this election. If you be following the trend, people are not coming. These new persons who have come out for their PVCs, they are actually the ones that are going to change the status quo. And for them, whatever region you are from really doesn't matter. What matters to them is that why in INEC'S, we need a bailout of the leading candidates. Who can we trust with our vote?
It's a very good thing, I must confess, that we have a huge number of people that have registered with INEC, and it's even going to show that a lot of people will now come out this time to vote. A lot of people will not be disenfranchised this time. But looking at the number of people that have registered, most especially in the north, means that we'll get more votes that are going to come from the north. You see, one thing about the south is they don't care. Most of them will go and obtain these voters' cards for them to collect money from the bank. But the northerners will look at it, take it as if they're going to use it to vote for their candidate. You know, that is why you see the difference. And so when people now say, oh, maybe they went to bring in vote from the north, how come you have this huge number of voters from the north? It is because the northerners decide to go and register. But in the south, people don't care. People don't care about this. But it's very good because we now know that the number of people that have registered in a particular zone will also determine the votes that will come from there. It's very good. It's a work of development. I also want to appreciate INEC for that effort. They went out to ensure that people vote. But the second thing we also want to appeal to INEC is that their cards should be ready on or before October. Since they have assured the public that October latest, they will have their voters' card. Let it be so, you know, so that people will continue to have confidence in them.
The problem of Nigerian politics is controlled by some certain people. If you look at the institution INEC, they did something that I have been angry about. I have not been happy about it. In the north, they were taking these registry machines from house to house, street to street, to register people in their environment. Meaning, they don't have any stress in registration. Opportunity for everybody to register. People in the south were looking for where registration centers is, and sometimes the queue will be so long, they will tell you they cannot register more than 100 people a day. That is a disappointment. That means you are telling me that it's only that one machine that is 100 that you can register in the south, but in the north you have like about 5, 6, 7, 8 machines moving from street to street in the same zone, in the same local government, in the same ward, registering people. Then how are we going to have more registration than them in the north? Not possible. Because they have already created that advantage that we will always have higher voter strength than the south. The northerners have started voting electronically. Test run. It's on test run right now by INEC. In the north, we in the south have not even seen it. But they already know how the machine works, which party to vote and how to vote with the electronics. And then we are here in the south shouting, we want presidency, when we have not even started the real job for our people. We have not even started educating our youths and our people how to vote, to be able to even have that vote we want. So it's going to be a lot of difficulty for us. But I pray to God, the presidency will come to the south, southwest, southeast, south, but south, with the help of the northerners that believe that the change of government should go to the south.
The way the election will play out, if the youth will be united, join their hands together to vote for the right person, everywhere we go to separate, so happy. But if the North join hands together, it can't go well because what? There will be a war, there will be a problem everywhere right about. So we need to join hands together because of the vote, so that this Nigeria will be more okay for us, more nice, can help the youth, can help the poor men, can help some people that cannot have handwork, to everything to be okay.
According to respondents, the latest voter statistics released by INEC shows that more persons are becoming politically aware in Nigeria. They say the statistics will also serve as a guide to political candidates as they map out plans for campaigns towards the 2023 general election. I am Blessing H.